Okay. Um, I'm not gonna be doing my makeup. This is gonna be a very short video because I want to talk about Twilight. Yes, I recently listen. I was gonna post this on my story, but you know how Instagram only does 1 minute, and I'm not gonna like. I know this is gonna take like 10 minutes because I talk so much, but like, I don't want to post 10 videos, so I rather just make one big little video on here, and anyway, bro, what is my hair? Okay. So I want to talk about, okay, I recently rewatched Twilight, right? Ew, I look bald. Like, my hair is like giving like mom. Like, is that better? Like, no. Let's ignore my hair. That doesn't matter. Yes, I'm in my freaking nightgown. Yes, I sleep in a nightgown sometimes. It's comfortable. What is wrong with that? Anyway, I'm here to talk about Twilight. I recently rewatched Twilight, right? I watched the first one. But when I watched the first one, I caught something and I was like, girl, Bella is low-key racist. Stay with me now, because you might be like, I mean, like, I don't think so, right? Wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. Buzzer, okay? She's racist. And here is my proof. Okay, in the first movie, when she has that whole little talk with Edward and he's like, what is, like, I've killed people. And she's like, I don't care. He's like, I wanted to kill you. She's like, I trust you. First of all, what? Girl, what? He just told you he wanted to kill you at some point. And you trust him? Girl, I know you want that dick.
Girl, I know you want that dick. Girl, I know you want that dick. Girl, I know you want that dick. Girl, I know you want that dick. Girl, I know you want that dick.
Like, she wanted it so bad. Mind you, it's like ice cold because he's dead. There's no warmth in that man's body, but she was fiending for it. But anyway, what did Mike Sherm say?
When she feeling for the day, she be doing the most.
That part. But anyway, okay. But then that clicked because I remember in New Moon. I know New Moon is the second one, but I don't know if it's New Moon or the third one. Point is, she gets mad at Jacob for being a werewolf, right? I'm confused because your whole little boyfriend is a vampire. So if you want to talk about like monsters, you want a vampire. You're with a vampire. You're in love with a vampire. You're feeding for a vampire's dick. Like, I don't understand. And she says something that's really interesting to me. She says to him, she says, I don't know, she says something like, it's not what you are, it's what you've done. Or like, it's not what you are, it's what you do. Something like that, right? Mind you, what does he do? What does he do? According to you, what does he do? And then she goes, you killed people. Which, girl, I don't think he has. To my recollection, the werewolves don't kill people. Isn't their whole thing, like, especially with the Cullens, like, they don't want the humans to die. Like, they want to make sure the humans are safe, so they have a treaty with them. Well, obviously the Cullens are vegetarians. They don't eat people. But like, what I mean is like, they don't want the Cullens like hunting around them, because like for their, like for the animals, like the Cullens drink and eat vampire blood, right? I mean vampire blood, animal blood. So like the deers, the mountain lions, whatever, because they don't eat like humans, obviously. And like Edward also says like something like, oh, it's like giving like a human like tofu, you know, like it gives them what they need, but like it doesn't satisfy them as much as real meat, whatever. He's, bro, okay, clearly Jacob is the better looking one, but you know, like a lot of people still think that Edward is good looking, and I'm gonna hold your hand when I say this. Please take my hand. He's okay looking, but if that man was actually ugly, like repulsive, listen to his dialogue, open your ears to his dialogue, and I swear to you, that man is the corniest man on earth. Like, listen to what he says, and he sounds like those guys that are like, I'm a villain. Like, oh my god. There's literally a line in the first one, and I still haven't even really got to my point. Hold on. See, this is why, girl, it's already 6 freaking minutes, and this would have been 6 videos on. If you saw that little dust particle, no, you did not. This already would have been 6 videos on Instagram, about to be 7. Anyway, this is why we need to be here. But anyway, what was I saying? Oh, in the first movie, he literally tells Bella in that whole little talk where he's like, I've killed people, like, I'm a killer, like, this is the skin of a killer, and he's like twinkling. He tells her, before he does all that, he's like, what if I told you I wasn't the good guy? What if I was the villain? No. Also, I watched it in Spanish because, like, okay, my cousin, I watched it at a sleepover with my cousin, and she was like, have you ever watched Twilight in Spanish? I was like, no, have you? And she was like, no, but I low-key want to because we love Twilight, right? And we were like, okay, so let's watch it. We were expecting it to be funny. Bro, Bella's voice, the lady who did her voice, she sounded 35 with 5 kids, like. And then it was low-key, like, not even funny. Like, it was just like, oh, okay, so, like, we're watching. It was, like, normal in Spanish. I was like, ew, what? Ew. So, never doing that again. I'm just gonna watch it in English now, like a normal person. But, oh, yeah, so, listen. If he was, like, a really ugly guy, like, trust she would have picked Jacob. But see, this is where we go back to the thing, maybe she wouldn't have, because she's low-key racist, right? Because the whole thing where she's like, you've killed people, Jacob. Why didn't you have a problem when Edward was telling you that he's killed people? And you're like, I don't care. That's racism. You think that Jacob is aggressive and a monster because he's brown. What? Like, trust, if I was her, I would have been pick Jacob. Like, girl, Edward would not even be a question. Like, it'd be like, girl, he's low-key weird. Like, why everybody want him? Like, no. And oh my god, right now that I went like this, that just reminded me when she walks into the biology class and he's like, like, she's stinky, but it was really because, like, her blood smells so good and, like, he wanted to eat her, but whatever. Yeah, like, what? Like, the only reason that she didn't pick Jacob is because she's racist. I'm telling you, and I'm going to insert a clip right now.
I'm not the right kind of monster for you.
It's not what you are. It's what you do. They never hurt anybody. You've killed people, Jake.
Bella.
As if you could fight me off. I'm designed to kill.
I don't care.
I've killed people before.
It does not matter.
I wanted to kill you.
I trust you.
Is that not freaking crazy? Is that not crazy? Like, what? And you might be like, okay, but like, this is such a reach. It's actually not, because I'm pretty sure I read somewhere that the author is Mormon, right? We know how Mormons are low-key, high-key, racist, okay? Yes, they are racist. Yeah, the Mormons, yeah. I low-key confuse them with Amish people sometimes, but Amish people, like, I don't know if they're racist. I'm sure that some are, but I've heard they're like low-key chill. They're just like a little weird because they don't do things like us, obviously. Like, they're out of touch with the real world, to be honest. Like, you know the phrase, like, do you live under a rock? Girl, they do live under rocks. And I don't mean like they live in caves. Like, I just mean like they don't live in modern times. Like, they're still like acting like they're the pioneers. Like they're on the Oregon Trail still. Like, oh my god, bless their souls though. So yeah, she's Mormon. And if you watch Twilight with the context that the author is Mormon, you will low-key start to get it. You see so many things and you're like, oh yeah, she's Mormon. Because the whole thing with Renesmee, Bella's child, and how she didn't want to abort it. Yeah, girl, pro-life propaganda right there. And then Edward not wanting to kill Bella because he's like, human life is sacred. Like, I can't do that to you. That's selfish. I'm like, girl, she wants to be immortal. She's asking for this. She's giving consent. And then let's dive deeper. He did not want to do anything with her before marriage. Roll the clip. Yeah, so that's okay. So racism, what do you call that? Bro, I was gonna say bestiality. I did not mean that. What is it, like, celibacy before marriage. She told you she's celibate, but wait, how does the song go? Whatever, anyway. So racism, celibacy, pro-life, yeah, and I'm sure there's other things if I go back and watch it, but back to the racist thing. Wait, what was I gonna say? Oh, no. Oh, no. Let's go back to the author. Okay, so she's low-key racist. She's Mormon, right? Listen, when she wrote her book, because mind you, the Kiliot legend, whatever, you know, like Jacob's little legend in the movie, like, his tribe is real. Like, it's based off of like a real legend, right? And so when she did her little research, okay, when they join like the wolf pack or whatever, they cut their hair, right? Because like in the beginning of the movies, Jacob has his long hair. So over here, like, girl, oh, the wig was crazy. No. Like, trust, if he had started with better hair, she would have been picked him. Well, maybe not, because she's racist. But girl, you set yourself up when you had your hair looking like this. Like, oh, no. But anyway, so you know how he starts with his long hair. Mind you, too many, like, Native Americans, their hair is sacred. And I know, like, some, like, choose to cut their hair, and period for them, that's their choice, you know? But, you know, like, for a lot of them, like, hair is sacred. They really, like... So it does not even make sense for them to cut their hair when they join the pack. Like, if they're so in touch with, like, their tribe and, like, their traditions, why would it make sense to cut their hair? It doesn't. And that's because, girl, she included that herself. That's not even part of the thing in like the real legend or anything. Like, it has no roots to like the actual story, and she just chose to do that. And mind you, okay, when Bella is at the beach, right, with her little friends, and Jacob is there, and some of Jacob's friends are there because the beach is on the reservation, right? Oh, and that's why Edward could not go, because, oh, the Cullens never go to the beach, blah, 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 blah. And then like Jacob says the little thing, he's like, oh, the Cullens don't come here, blah, blah, because this is our territory, basically, blah, blah, blah. Right, because the beach is on the reservation, and that's the Cullien land. So when it's that little scene, there's someone behind Jacob, one of his little friends. When I tell you, I found out that man was supposed to play Jacob, and he didn't, because when he heard he had to cut his hair, he turned it down, because obviously he has so much respect for his culture and praise him. But like, I was so mad at this woman. You're telling me you could have had a pretty boy Jacob and you said no because you decided, oh no, they have to cut their hair. Yeah. Why couldn't you put him in a wig or something? But I'm sure that like maybe he wouldn't even want that, because maybe he'd still feel like he's like it's dishonorable. And I get that, like, period. Self-respect king. Like, he had all the right to turn down the role. But mind you, bro, when I found out Taylor Lautner is not even Native American, bro, I looked up his ethnicity. That man is like fully white. Where is the melanin coming from? He's, bro, I found out he's like 0.3% like Native American, and the rest of he's like Scottish or something, Irish. Bro, I'll put the freaking thing right here, because oh my god, I looked that up in the middle of the night one time and I was like, this man is white. What? He's brown. Like, when I watched it when I was little, when I watched Twilight for the first time when I was little, I thought he was Mexican. Hello, he's brown. Like, oh my god, it was actually the heartbreak of my life to find out that man is like basically just white. Like, oh my god, what? But anyway, bro, not me like actually tearing up, because like that's just crazy. I'm not tearing up from sadness. It's just like, what? Like, it's mind-blowing. And the fact that the lady decided, okay, well, since you actually love your culture, you know what, not casting you, I'm gonna cast someone that just looks Native American and is like just white. And yeah, because he's gonna agree to cut his hair for my movie. And he didn't cut his hair because he didn't have long hair to start with. It was a freaking wig. Anyway, insert clip of my king. We're back. Anyway, that was most of my rant. I think I'm done. I was actually gonna do my moisturizer because I am gonna go out right now, like in a minute. But I'm just going, like, I'm going on a little like errand run with my sister, so like I'm not gonna do my makeup. But it's just so freaking crazy. I could talk about so many things about Twilight forever. If you want more, I will make more. Oh, also, I wanted to share a little something with y'all.
Yesterday, my makeup was salty, bro. It was salty. Like, it has never looked that good in my life. That's not true. I've had very good makeup moments. But yesterday, it was incredibly smooth because I've been using this finishing powder. It's like color correcting finishing powder by this brand. And the green one is to correct redness, neutralize. Oh, wait, that part is French. The peach color is to cancel blue, purple shadows. The lavender one is to brighten. And then the white is just a universal base. Just clear it up more, you know, like whiten more. And listen, this is my routine. So I color correct with a little bit of like a peachy color right here under my eyes. Y'all know that. And then I go in with my primer, the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer, the pink one. And so I just do like 3 little dots, right? I go like this. I pat it in with my finger. And then I go in with the Black Radiance True Complexion Long Wear Concealer in the shade 1320493. I'll put that right here. Well, you're probably not even my shade, but, well, like, maybe you're close. I don't know. But, it's this one. It's really good. I like it because I ran out of my, I usually use the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. The hydrating one, though. The white cap. The black cap, I've never tried it, but everybody else says that it cracks and it's not good. And it's very dry. So, don't get the one that looks like this in e.l.f. Get the white one from e.l.f. But this is Black Radiance. Don't confuse this. I'm not using the black e.l.f. one. I needed to burp, sorry. Anyway, so then I put my concealer like that. I let it sit for a little bit while I do my brows. And then I come back to it. I first pat it with my finger. Then I put the excess on my beauty blender and I go in with my beauty blender. Oh, I dampen up my beauty blender with a little bit of setting spray. And then I go in, right? And then that like smoothens it out. Then I get ready for powder with a little... I like powder puffs that have the texture of a beauty blender. And so I go into the powder, top the excess off. And then I go like that. Oh, actually before, okay, I get the powder. And then I go in with my sponge again. And I go up, look up, go like that to smooth it out more. And without looking down, since I have the powder on my hand already, I go like this with the powder. And then I go a little bit like this with my finger. And then we're set. And then obviously the other eye. And then I do my nose contour and my blush. And that when I have that done, I spray a little bit of setting spray right there on like this part of my face. And after that, I let it sit a little bit, melt into my face. And after it's melted into my face, obviously we get a little bit of creasing right here. That's the freaking garbage truck or something. Don't interrupt me, that is freaking rude. But anyway, now, usually before I got this finishing powder, I would go in with more powder. I would get this angled brush. I would tap really lightly and then go like this, right? That was the old process. And it would leave me very smooth. However, I would do that because I didn't have finishing powder. But now that I have finishing powder, I do the same process but with my finishing powder. And I go in with a smaller brush and then I go in with the bigger brush. But I just dip into the colors I need. And then I go like that. Pat it in, then like this in circular motions. And then with the bigger brush, I like kind of go into the white and then just go like this. And that like gets into the creases so that it avoids creasing. And then you're set, bro. And then I just go in with a little bit more setting spray on my entire face when I'm done. That is my new routine for like concealer, powder, whatever. And yeah, I just want to let y'all know. And yeah, anyway, I'm gonna close this off with this little edit.
You. Why haven't you called me back?
I had nothing to say.
Why you capping about them drugs and I impressed? In this bitch head go back like it.
Wait. Okay, listen. When I was little, I thought he was pretty ugly, actually. I thought he was kind of ugly, and I was like, girl, how did you not pick Jacob? Like, what? Like, I was Team Jacob. Now, I'm not Team Jacob for the reason being that, you know what? Bella deserves her little Edward. Like, Edward is low-key a king sometimes, like, don't get me wrong. But, like, you know what? That's your match. Yeah, you do not deserve Jacob. However, Jacob is a little... Sometimes he makes me a little mad because I'm just like, girl, what are you doing? Like, at the end of the day, this is not your girl and she doesn't want you. Like, you're out here doing this and like... But mind you, he was like 15, 16 in the movie. He doesn't know any better, unfortunately. Bro, can you believe that the first Twilight movie was like, I think like just 3 years after Shark Boy and Lava Girl? What? How do you go from this to this? What? Anyway, and then what was I gonna say? Oh, okay, but like, okay, I used to think that Edward was really ugly. However, sometimes my eyes are open. Sometimes my eyes are open. I'm like, wait, let me insert a little edit.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, you know what? He's all right. He's all right. But anyway, that's it. Bye.